Hello! Today's video is one I'm very excited to be making, and it's one that I've thought about not for a long while, but since I've thought about it, I've wanted to make it, but not wanted to do it when my grandma's home. She's out at the moment, I don't know how long I've got, but we're gonna give it a go. As you can see, I'm dressed in a black canvas, and that is because what I'm gonna do is I've got a couple of items in my cupboard that I really don't wear a lot, and I wanna find ways to wear them as if I were going to a Christmas party. Now, first of all, I don't really do Christmas parties because I'm not Christian, and the workplaces I work in, I'm basically the only one there, so doesn't really work. And second of all, even if I were to have a Christmas party, or for example last year when we had lots of Christmas themed things on the ship or in Lapland, I have plenty of Christmas dresses or outfits already, fancified automatically and ready for Christmas as they are. But I have 6 items of clothing that I don't wear very much anyway throughout the year, but I don't feel it's impossible to make them Christmas worthy. Now, at the moment, I have got the least amount of clothes I've ever had, I think, in my cupboard, and that's only because I'm really hoping to move soon, and so I've not fully unpacked everything. A lot of my winter clothes are still in storage, which is very annoying as it's getting colder. But let me show you the 6 items we have to work with, and then I'll come up with different outfits. And I'm also gonna do jewellery, and I obviously have my 1 pair of Christmas earrings, but I'm gonna try and avoid using them where possible. They can be my last resort. The problem is, I don't have very many green earrings. I've got a lot of red, but not so much green, so we'll see what we do with that. So the first item of clothing is this skirt, which I think I've worn maybe twice this year. I really love it, and it's a great Shabbat skirt. It's about knee length. Oh, you can't see my knees. But it's a little bit big on the waist, like where it sits, so it drops down a little bit. And because of the pattern and the colour, I feel like there's not that much I can do with it. I always feel like it needs to be a plain top on top. I don't feel like it can be too busy. And I always feel like it needs to be white or navy. So let's see if we can do something about that. Although this is the one I think I have the lowest hopes for. We might leave this one till the end. Next, I have this stunning red rainbow thing. It's not red, it's rainbow. It's a play suit. The straps are too long. I'm really hoping to get this adjusted. That's the main reason I've not worn it at all this year. And I'm gutted I haven't worn it at all because I love it so much. And it was such an exciting charity shop find. But because of the straps, it falls really low and I don't like that. But I've got another dress that I recently got from my mum, so I need to tailor that one as well. So I'm hoping to get them both tailored at the same time when the opportunity arises. But I want to see if I can do something with this because it's actually more summery in terms of, it being thin straps. But I wonder if I wear something underneath it, then it's not as much of a problem. And I don't think I've ever worn something underneath this. I usually just wear it as is. So we'll see what we can do with this. Next up, I have a top, which my mum got me a couple of years ago, I think. And it's a really nice top. My biggest issue with it, and the reason I've really struggled to wear it this year, is it's long sleeved and the material is, I wouldn't say thick, but it's definitely not thin, but it's cropped. Like it kind of comes to here. So do you wear it for winter? Do you wear it for summer? Like what season? How can you wear it? And also, the flowy sleeves means I don't usually want to wear it with something flowy. Like it's good with the jeans. I've worn it with jeans before, but there's just something that's not quite working, but I feel like we can find a way to style this. Next up, this is the only one that I actually do think I've worn a lot more this year and I've really made an effort to wear more. My green skirt. And I mean, I feel like this one will be pretty easy seeing as it's already a Christmas colour and kind of a Christmas shape as well. And as I say, I have worn this one a lot more this year, but I want to see what else we can do with it. Now, the next one I'm going to pull out is one that I wear all the time, but I'm just curious to see if I can do anything else with it. And that is my gorgeous play suit as well. And I mean, I love this piece. And I wear it a lot, and I wear it in all the different seasons because in summer I just wear it as is, and in winter I've started adding layers, and in autumn as well. But can we make it more Christmas party appropriate? Because I think we can. And I want to see if I can do something different with it than just my casual black t-shirt underneath and black leggings underneath. And finally, I have worn this one more this year, but it's still my nemesis, my butterfly dress. And I have really, this has grown on me this year, but I still really hate this tail. And oh, it frustrates me. But again, with this one, it is sort of thin sleeves, straps, whatever they're called. But I want to see if there's something else I can do with it to make it more wintry or Christmassy or party-y. So those are the items we're working with. What am I going to start with? I'm actually, looking at this now, I'm wondering if I compare these two. So maybe we'll start with that. I don't love looking in the reflection. I feel like it needs some red. If I had something red to go with it. I mean, I've got a red headband, but I don't think that's going to be, Should I start with something else? I'm going to start with the butterfly dress because I have a sort of vague idea of something I might be able to do with it. So let's see what we can do with this. I will see you once I'm dressed. Woo. All right, I think we've got outfit 1. Let me just put the camera down a little and I'm just gonna keep going back. Obviously I've not done shoes. Shoes will always either be the boots or the heels depending on what the Christmas party would be and how I get there. But I've done something new with this dress and I'm really happy about that because that was my intention for this video and I wasn't sure I was gonna get there. I knew this top would probably be a good shout, but it's quite low and it would have just looked, I don't know, not quite as nice or neat as this. But I couldn't get it to stay tucked up. I probably could have put like a bauble in at the back to like keep it tight, but even that was a bit of a struggle, so I did the belt instead. But that being said, the back's maybe not the most beautiful, but that's okay, the front is. I really like this actually, this pairing. And I've gone with these maroon sort of tights that I've got. I hope you can see them on camera. And then in terms of jewellery, I quickly did my hair, but I didn't pay a lot of attention to it. I put this necklace on, which I've not worn a lot, but actually I do sometimes wear. And I don't know how I feel about it. I think it should be slightly longer and slightly longer that way as well. But it does go with it, I think. And then the earrings that I've paired with it, I don't think I've ever paired with this dress, and yet they are so perfect for this dress, I think. Can you see that? They've got sort of, again, maroon and sort of blue in them. And I don't know, I'm really happy with this, and I wasn't expecting to be happy with this. And to be honest, I feel like we're gonna use these tights for a lot of outfits. And actually this pink jumper may also come in a fair amount. So let's have a look at which clothing item I'm gonna use next. I'm gonna go with this one because I feel like I can do a very similar thing with what I'm wearing at the moment, and then I'll try a second option that doesn't use the same things. So here we go, woo! Okay, so for the moment I've not changed anything in terms of anything really except to put this under this. And I quite like the top off. You can see by the way how low it falls, which is why I feel uncomfortable wearing it. But to be honest, this works, the top works, except that it doesn't have anywhere to go here, so it just kind of like puffs out, and I feel like it just looks a bit funny. I'm not a huge fan of the tights underneath. Can you see them? I feel like I look clownish. And maybe if I was in shoes or something that would make a difference, but realistically, I think I would either just try and suffer and go without, or wear my skin colour tights. But I'm not against the top underneath it, really not. That is something I feel I can incorporate if I can find a way to not have all this extra like layering here. One disclaimer though, is that I get quite warm in this top, so I don't know if I'd actually want it as an underlayer or even the overlayer that I had with the dress, because I don't know if I'd be willing to stay in it all night. But for the sake of finding outfits, the top half works, kind of. But we're gonna try something different. Okay, this one's, just bear with me, right? It's a bit chaotic, but bear with me. I've taken the tights off and I've just got this. And then I've kind of copied what I did before in terms of jumper with a belt, and I'm sure the back looks awful having it checked. Alternatively, I would prefer it actually without the belt. And again, if I could just like bunch it up at the back. It's just so much fabric of this. So I've now got a little tail at the back, but actually I prefer that. I prefer it without the belt. That's a personal preference, obviously. And then in terms of jewellery, I haven't worn any necklaces because this is quite high up anyway, so I feel like I don't really want to have anything on top because it's already quite busy. But if I were to wear something, it would be my Magen David necklace, my gold one. And then in terms of earrings, I've given myself 2 choices. I've gone for this one, which is more colourful. I knew I wanted gold. Somehow I just felt, maybe it's the red and gold, I don't know. I knew I wanted gold. So this one has the gold, but also the colours. Or something just a bit more neutral, which is my hoop earrings. I think I would wear this. Again, I'd get quite warm with the jumper though. I can already feel I'm getting warm. I wonder if I could wear the jumper underneath. I mean, I quite like it on top, to be honest, except for the tail. But let me try it underneath, just a moment. I love this. Again, there's too much fabric, so I've got problems both in terms of extra padding, but also in terms of just what it looks like at the back, I think. But I actually think I prefer the red over the pink. I don't know what it is, but I'm a big fan of this. Although again, realistically, I don't know if I would wear it because I'm already getting very warm. But there you go, that's the outfit for this. We've done something, at least. Next up, now that I've got this red jumper on, I think it's gonna go really, really well with the green skirt. Oh. So we're gonna give that a whirl. Woo. Okay, this is an interesting one because I started with the jumper out and I thought, no, I think I'd prefer it tucked in. And it doesn't look so bad tucked in, I don't think. Like the extra padding, which I do have, again, isn't major, it's not too obvious, but I can feel there's a lot of fabric at the back. And initially I was like, that is not good. And maybe I should try and tuck everything in, but this doesn't have a lot of give. It's not super stretchy, so I don't want to be overstretching it because then I won't be able to wear it anymore as normal. But actually, I looked in the mirror and I don't think the back is so bad. Maybe other people disagree, but I think it falls reasonably nicely. It's not as put together as the front. The front looks neater, but it's not bad, I don't think. At the moment I've put on black leggings, but realistically I'd probably go with black tights, although if I had red tights, that's what I would go for. Or even like sparkly tights, something like that, I don't know. But I don't have any of that, and I couldn't be bothered putting on black tights. So we've gone with the leggings because they were out anyway. And then in terms of jewellery, again, we've got two options. Again, I haven't gone with a necklace because it is quite high up. And then we've either got these florally earrings or back with the sort of more, what's the word, like classic earrings. And I really think both work, and I really think it just depends on how I would be feeling on the day. But to be honest, loving the red with the green. Really, really liking that. Like, this is something, it maybe wouldn't work outside of Christmas because people would say you look like a Christmas tree, but I think I would wear it outside of Christmas. Except again for the fact that jumpers are warm, which is annoying. But whilst I'm here, I'm gonna try this white top with this green thing, skirt. Woo! Okay, my hair is starting to get a bit more frazzled, but this is a big yes from me. I'm still wearing the top that I've just been wearing throughout all of these because it makes it easier to change, but I'm not even against it, to be honest. Again, if I had like red or sparkly tights or something, I'd probably wear those underneath instead, but we're sticking with the leggings. But this top and this skirt works for me, definitely works for me, and it's something that doesn't need to be Christmassy. That's something that I just need to choose to wear more often. But I do have this thing, whenever I wear skirts, I like to tuck in case you couldn't tell, I like to tuck in tops, and this one is just lower than the line. And so I was trying to tuck it in, but you really can't with this top. And it does work. I know it works fine over, but it's just so like unnatural for me. But I really like this. This is a yes. Maybe not super Christmassy. Perhaps if I pop in a red headband, that'll make a difference. Christmas now. If I had like a red belt or something, that would be good as well. Although I could wear this and have my red jumper over the top, and that could be something. Or a red scrunchie. You know, I could make it better. I'm just curious if I had a red belt, hypothetically how that looks. I'm not sure a belt really goes with this. It's just a bit weird with the fabric, so I don't even know if I would wear a red belt. But I'm very happy with this. I will try and find another outfit for the top, as I said, but this really works for me. And I did actually put in earrings because I just thought this would go really well. And that is my, oh, I don't know if you'll be able to see these, like bow earrings. So this feels like a big success. But now I've got to find something else. And the truth is, as I said earlier, I could wear this top with jeans, but that doesn't feel very Christmassy. But I don't know what else I've got. Let me have a look in the cupboard. I'll be back. Okay, what I've done here, I have left my leggings on from before, which has meant that I was struggling to close up my jeans, which has meant that I've needed to untuck the vest that I was wearing. But realistically, that would be tucked in, and I wouldn't be wearing leggings underneath, which also really limit my movement. But I am wearing my cheap Primark jeans, which have a little flare to them. And I feel like that works with the flare in the arms. Now, I probably would want something red or green, but most likely red to go with it. But again, I'm not against this. That being said, I have just stuck with jeans, which is exactly what I said I wouldn't do. But I don't have anything else. I think if I had either more skirts or even dresses where I could tuck the top half in and wear this over, or like make it a skirt, I feel like that maybe could work better. But seeing as I have such a limited cupboard, this is the look. But actually I quite like it with the flare jeans, so that is something I haven't done before. And the main purpose of all this was to find things, new outfits, and I feel like I've done that. I feel like I found 2 new outfits, so that's good. And now we're left with the last 2. I'm gonna start with the skirt, because I'm wondering if we think that's gonna go, and I wanna try it, whilst we're here anyway. All right. Here we go. I'm not a huge fan of this, and the only reason why, because actually, objectively, I think it is okay. The only reason why is because it's exactly what I said the problem is with the skirt. If it was just that little bit tighter, and then I had this, and just sat like a little bit higher, I'd be more comfortable with that, but because it naturally falls down a little, there's just something about the shape that I don't love. I think you can disguise it better when you're wearing just a top tucked in. But when you've got a top like this over it with a nice shape and everything, I just feel it doesn't quite work. Not for me anyway. But realistically, there's no reason I couldn't safety pin it and then hide it under the thing here, if that makes sense. So that might be something to consider. This is actually also a skirt I could get taken in because it's very stretchy, so even if I get it taken in a little bit at the back, if I do end up putting on weight or whatever, I've still got space to move around. I'll think about that. I guess the problem for me is I don't wear it very much anyway, so is it worth getting tailored? But then do I not wear it very much anyway because it's not fitting quite right? Ah, dilemmas, dilemmas. But now I need to find something else to do with this skirt. I have a sparkly thermal top that would go really well, I think, with this and the green skirt and the rainbow thing. It's just a long sleeve, but it's sparkly, and I think that would go really well in terms of Christmas stuff with actually almost every outfit I've worn today, and I'm trying to figure out. Also with the last one, like it would go so well with it, but I don't have it with me. Realistically, I'm not sure we're gonna get much out of this because I think I'm just gonna pull out a navy top, but let me see. Let me have a look what we've got in the cupboard. This is interesting. This is very interesting. I saw this top in the cupboard and I thought, this is gonna be awful, but I'm gonna wear it because it's the most Christmassy look I have and it's definitely something different. Not something I've ever tried before. Before we discuss this, I just want to say I love this with the headband, and I think this with the green skirt with the headband would be a great Christmas outfit. But I didn't want to wear this one with the green skirt because I've already done that a few times and I know that it works. It's not a new outfit for me. But with the red headband, that would work for me. That being said, I don't know. It's not as bad as I thought it was when I took it out of the cupboard. I really like the neckline on this top. I think it really suits me. I like the top. I think that is sort of what's making it hard for me to determine how it looks together. I feel like the colours totally clash. That's my main thing. I think in terms of shape and everything, it definitely works. But then this is my go-to formula of like a reasonably tight fitting top with a skirt. Or if I wear a dress, it's the same sort of shape. But I just think the colours clash too much. I think if the green was a bit more muted or a bit darker, maybe that would be better. But I think this is too bright and this is too dull, to be honest. But I'm not fully against it. Like, I think for a Christmas do, I feel like we could get away with it. But I don't think it would ever be my first preference when I'm pulling either of these items out of the cupboard. And again, I think if we had green or red tights, maybe that would make me feel different. I think if we had green tights, that would work better actually, because then it's sandwiched. But something about this is just not quite, I think there's too many colours and they don't blend very well or complement each other. But that's my very non-fashiony, non-coloury brain. So if you know any better, or even if you don't, but you think it looks nice, do just let me know in the comments, because sometimes you can't always see for yourself what suits you. In fact, I very often can't. And on that note, we're on to the last one. And even though this is patterned and this is patterned, whilst I'm wearing it, I just want to see what it looks like underneath because it is Christmassy. I really don't think it's what we're gonna end up going with, but whilst we're here, I want to try it. I mean, again, in theory, for a Christmas do, I think we could get away with it. Realistically, in life, I don't think I would. But I quite like the sleeve length underneath this, because I always either have to go t-shirt or long sleeve, and I like having something in between. But even like the neckline, I don't know, it just feels weird. I'm not sold on it at all. So let's find something else. Now again, I'm gonna keep the leggings on. I'd probably go tights. Actually, I'm wondering if I try these on. Let's give it a go, shall we? Why not? Why not? Okay, this might be my worst Christmas outfit, but it's an outfit that I've never done before, and therefore I'm very happy because I do think it works. So I knew I was going to try the tights, and I have tried the tights, and I definitely think they work. Realistically, if I had all my clothes, I'd probably wear the sparkly top underneath with the tights, and I think that would work. But I saw this top in the cupboard, and again, it's one that I've not worn in a long time. In part because it's been summer, but also in part, I don't know what the other part is. And I've never considered using it as an underlayer, I don't think. But I thought this colour might go quite nicely with the tights, and I actually think it does. So even though it's not super Christmassy, I'm a big fan of this look, and it's one I don't know if realistically I'd ever wear, but I'd definitely wear this top under this. That's definitely something I would do, but maybe with black leggings. But I'm not against it. Like, I'm glad I've tried this on. I feel like it does work. And then in terms of jewellery for this one, now the reason, by the way, why I haven't spoken about jewellery for the last one or two or whatever it was, is because I didn't change it. But for this one, again, it's not super Christmassy. I'm not sold on it. I feel like this is probably my worst Christmas outfit that I've done, but I do think the jewellery works. So let me come and show you. So I've put this necklace back on, and that's not because it was out, because I did have all my jewellery and I did look at all my necklaces, but it's because the florals kind of match the florals on here, and the sort of pinkiness in the inside matches the tights, I think. And then I've gone for these earrings, which have a little bit of gold, and I always feel like gold is a Christmas colour. And then the white, again, matches. And also, yeah, the gold and white actually both match the flowers. And I just kept the red headband in because I couldn't be bothered taking it off. And it disguises the mess of my hair quite well. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that, even though it's not super Christmassy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know which outfit was your favourite. Let me know what you'd like me to try in terms of outfits. You've probably seen quite a range of my clothes by now, so if you think, oh, you could wear that with that, you know, recommend it. I'm happy to try it. I've just looked and I could potentially wear this top under the rainbow thing as well. I'm not gonna make another version, I think, for Christmas, but I definitely might do more challenges like this with my least worn clothes. Although, as I've said, I'm hoping to move out soon, and then I will have a look at all the clothes that have been in storage for way too long, for years. So that'll be interesting as well, I'm sure. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow with the next video. Until then, I'm gonna clear all this up. Bye!